Hey guys, it's Odera. I am back. I know I look the exact same from my last video, even though it was the week before, but I wanted to do a second video because I'm trying to knock them out since I'm going out of town, or I would have been out of town the week. Let's just not make it confusing. So I wanted to do a second video with doing a about me tag, and this is actually a really cool about me tag because I've always wanted to do more videos for you guys to get me to know me better, but this is also a tag that we created in our Ipsy OS community forum. So there's going to be a bunch of us doing this tag, so please be on the lookout for all the girls who are doing it. Get to know some of our, Ipsy OS squad more. So I'm gonna do this. Hopefully it's not gonna take too long. We made up these questions, we kind of put everything together, what we want to answer and stuff like that. If you want to ask me some more questions, I would like to do a Q&A, but I just don't know if anybody has questions to ask me. So if you do, put it in the comments down below, and hopefully I can do a Q&A video because that would be really cool. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I just saw what the first question was. All right. First question is, how old are you? I don't know if I want to answer. Okay, the problem is I have an issue with age. I've never been the person who wanted to be older or younger than when I really am. I've always been like my age, and obviously the older I've gotten, I've just been, I feel like I'm just not good with age, but I'll go ahead and I'll say it because I'm going to be real and 100%, and you shouldn't be ashamed of your age. It's just, that's how I am, sorry. That's just, it's more of like, well, not that I'm afraid about getting old. I don't really mind getting older. There's just other reasons to it, but let's go ahead. So how old am I? I am 29 years old. I turned 29 on August 25th of this year, so next year is my dirty 30, and I'm going to be going all out for it because I just have to. I mean, I went to Rio this year for my birthday, so I have to top it. Where are you from? Okay, so loaded question. I'm from Nigeria, but I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I am 100% Nigerian and 100% Texan. Lived in Texas basically my whole life until I moved out here to LA. My dad calls me Dee. I'm not gonna tell you what my uncle calls me because he's the only person and I hate it. But my dad calls me Dee. My really like my best friends, like the ones I've known for like 10 years and over, they call well, it's like her and her family, they just call me O. Odera, O, that was how it is. And then my other friends call me OD. That's where you get the OD Fashionista from. Yeah, so my other friends call me OD, so it's either OD, OD. Mine is, if you cannot tell by the lips and the dramatic eyes, I love fall. I am a summer baby, but I don't like the heat, even though I'd rather be hot than cold. But fall is just a perfect mix, and I've always lived in areas where fall is actually kind of warm and not cool, so that, best of both worlds for me. And I just love the darker, richer colors, so I prefer fall over any other season. I don't know if I'm supposed to answer both, like celebrity and my YouTube crush. Girl crushes on YouTube, I would say there's a lot actually. I don't even know who I'd pick. I really like Desi. Who else do I like really love? I love Desi, Katie, Crispy, Nicole Guerrero, Makeup Shayla. I have so many girl crushes on YouTube. Basically everybody I follow on YouTube is basically a girl crush for me. Celebrity girl crushes, Queen Bee, of course. Beyonce is my ultimate girl crush. Blake Lively, because we're actually twins. I have a lot of girl crushes, honestly. And then for my male crushes, Idris Elba is my baby daddy. He just doesn't know it yet. And I also like Ryan Gosling. I mean, why do I like people who are actually like in relationships or have kids by other people? I need to like look into that. Zac Efron, he's single, so yeah, he's also my celebrity crush. And then male celebrity crush, I don't follow that many men on YouTube, so I don't really have a male YouTube crush. I can't think of any right now. I work as a I just want to say I'm going to work as a business representative. I don't want to put it out there because I don't know if I can, and do makeup and styling on the side. I do. I have a puppy. Oh, he's not a puppy. He's like a, well, he thinks he's a human baby, but he is 4, I believe. His name is Oxford. He is a Yorkie. I think he's mixed with something, but they told me he was a full Yorkie. I don't believe him because he's so big. Like, he's like 12 pounds. And he used to be black and tan, and then he turned gray and white. So I think he's mixed with something else, but he's still my baby. I love him. He literally thinks he's a human. He like does not like other kids, does not like other dogs. My cousin's baby, who is like the light of everybody's life, he hates him. Like, every time someone picks him up, he tries to pull the baby down because he doesn't want anybody to hold a baby except for him. He wants you to hold him the whole time. He is spoiled rotten, and it's mostly my parents' fault. So I can't even say anything about that. But yes, I do have a dog. I miss him. He's in Dallas still because I can't have pets in my apartment here. So he's just, I love him. He's my baby. My biggest pet peeve would probably be being rude to others. Like, kind of thinking you're better or higher status. Yeah, higher status than others. So like, I try to say good morning, good afternoon to, like, wait staff or janitors, anything like that. I just always try to be respectful and just realize that we're all people. Like, no one's better than the other. And so I hate if I see somebody be super disrespectful to somebody who they feel like they're better than. I've never been like that. I've always, there's some people, like, you don't hang out with everybody, but it doesn't mean like I don't hang out with everybody, but I don't think I'm better than everybody. So I think that's two different things. I always think you need to be respectful. That's how I was raised, especially to adults, people who are older than me. Like, I don't play. Like, you show respect. So I don't like it when I see people be disrespectful to others. You don't have to like everybody, but you just have to be respectful. That's all I say. What is the most you spent in one makeup shopping trip? I have no idea, honestly. It's probably been a while since I've spent like super much. I'm pretty sure like maybe like, let's say like 300. I'm gonna say 300, but I probably may have spent more in one shopping trip. But there could be different, like sometimes I'm buying makeup for other people, so that could be the reason. It could also be that I was just very reckless with money that day and I spent a whole bunch. So I'm just gonna say like 300. I think that's a good number. I prefer high-end, I'm not gonna lie, but only because there's certain reason. I do believe you pay for what you get. Sometimes there are drugstore brands like e.l.f. and Maybelline and L'Oreal that, even though they're drugstore, they are, very good quality. But there are mostly high-end products only because, especially with foundations and stuff, I like to try them on before purchasing them, and I feel that I can't really do that with drugstores, and that's like my only issue with drugstore makeup, even though my favorite foundation really is the Maybelline Fit Me. So there's always some gems in the Rebel, so I like them both, but I will admit I have more higher end products than drugstore products. I started wearing makeup. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup till I was 15 years old, and even then it was like clear nail polish, I think some eyeliner and lip gloss. And then when I turned 16, I got to wear a little bit more, I think like color nail polish, and then like a little bit of lipstick, eyeshadow, and then from there I got to just add more and more to my collection. I didn't get into makeup. Like, I would wear makeup and only like when I went out and stuff like that, and it wasn't really good at all. But I didn't get into makeup until like, I want to say like a year or two after college, where I was like, I literally woke up one day and was like, I want to learn how to do my makeup, and it became what it is today. I got really immersed in it, YouTube, going to classes, just educating myself as much as possible, and yeah, that's basically how it started for me. I love playing in makeup, and I always say that makeup, when I do my makeup, I can spend like 2 hours, 3 hours, not really that much time, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like, if I do my hair, once I start going like halfway, I'm like done. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. But like with makeup, I can take my time with it. I like either put on a TV show, a YouTube video, or something like that, and it's my me time. I can think, I can just have fun with it. I love creating different things, and I love learning more stuff and learning more techniques and stuff like that. What I hate about makeup, I hate the fact that people think that makeup can only be done a certain way. especially with YouTube and stuff, we have our favorite YouTubers and we feel like the only way to do makeup is like exactly how they do their makeup, and we start to lose our creativity. And that's how I was at first. I used to just do my makeup exactly how I saw it on YouTube or exactly how somebody else did it, and I started to realize that certain things didn't work for me, and I had to learn ways to adapt it to my face, my skin type, my skin texture. And so that's what I hate about it now. Like, you'll see a lot of people be like, oh, it's not supposed to be like that because, you know, they saw a makeup video and they did it a different way, and so they feel like it could only be done that way. It's not true. You need to adapt, like learn, take techniques, but adapt it to your style of makeup or your way you do your makeup. It doesn't have to be exactly how like Sondra Deluxe or Ellery or something like that does their makeup, because they have a different facial shape, facial structure, and they're there to teach you, but they're not there to basically tell you exactly how it's done. I'm really into fashion. Actually, I started off being more into fashion than I am a makeup artist. I actually felt like I was like a stylist who could do makeup, and now I feel like I'm more of a makeup artist who can style. I love fashion. I remember drawing clothes whenever I was a kid, like in middle school, like thinking of outfits. I'm not a fashion designer in any way, but I just always love fashion. I'm always going to love fashion. It's probably still my number one. I just am really, you know, it's easy to do makeup because I can just sit down in front of my camera and record it, whereas with fashion I have to like set up, find a whole spot, and like, you know, maybe someone else record me. So it's just easier to make, you know, beauty videos. I do want to start making more fashion videos though, because that is actually my real, I love fashion. That is my passion. Different ways. It depends on the level of you know, being upset. Usually if I'm upset or unmotivated, like just like the normal thing, I might just watch TV, like just back away from things and just, you know, center myself. Go shopping. Online shopping does a lot of help for me, but I haven't been able to do that in a while. So yeah, watching TV, just kind of like being within myself and being like me time. If it's really bad, like if it's like something where I am like on the verge of depression, like I've never really been depressed, but I've had like bad moments. Prayer is always my number one. It always gets me. I always notice too whenever I get into those really bad moments where it's really, because I want to say I'm not an emotional person, and I'm not one that, like, I'm really like a suffer in silence type of person. So for me to like maybe get emotional or like to really like to express it, like, you know, there's something really wrong with me. And I always notice I get to that point is whenever I kind of like not as diligent, like with praying or reading scripture or something like that. I start to notice that that's when I feel like less confident, less motivated, like feeling like, what the hell am I doing? Like, did I make right decisions? And it's really when I stop and I'm not like as consistent with praying and like reading like daily devotionals and stuff like that. I am a world traveler. I want to go anywhere and everywhere. Like, just give me a plane ticket and I will be there. Domestic, international. I love traveling. If I have to say my top destination, it would either be Greece or Australia, but I would like literally Fiji, Maui. I actually know I've been to Hawaii, but I mean I would go again. Fiji, Bahamas. Oh wait, I've been to Bahamas too. Well, anywhere, basically anywhere. I've started like twice and I've stopped. I started before because I really wanted to get into it. I really wanted to teach people. This was probably like 5 years ago, maybe 6. I started it and then I had like 2 videos up and I got really like discouraged because I'm like, nobody likes it, no one's watching my videos, you know, no one's doing it, so why am I doing this? And then I think I needed to learn more too before I started trying to teach people. I think I needed to learn more too and make sure I'm really confident in my skills. It's like, why say, hey, this is, you know, how I do makeup, and I'm not really that good at it. Like, I'm basically screwing you over. So I needed to do that, but honestly I just got discouraged too, so I stopped. I started again in law school because, again, I kind of got to the point where I'm like, why am I not doing something I'm really passionate about? I really want to show. I had everybody ask me questions and I'm like, I'm really passionate about this. I really want to show my talents. And so I started it again and I got really busy because law school is busy. It was kind of very, you know, off and on. I'd maybe do like, you know, a couple weeks of videos and then I'd go like 3 months off because I was busy with school or anything like that. So it's just basically that. It's very off and on for me. But now it's been more consistent now, especially now that I moved to LA, and like it's like, okay, I'm gonna really go into it and just, you know, give my all. I always say I wish I would have stuck with it that 5 or 6 years ago and not got discouraged, because who knows what I would have been now if I would have just kept going, but I just got really discouraged because I'm like, no one's following me. And I mean, I don't have a high count now, but I just feel like, you know, if I can get like 1 or 2 people who really appreciate what I'm doing, then hey, that's what I get. I mean, that's what I get to work with, and that's fine. Again, you're gonna get discouraged. It's gonna be a slow start. You're gonna be like, okay, 1 subscriber for like 5 months or something like that. I don't know, but don't give up. Like I said, I always wish I would have stayed with it that time, because you could have been 5, 6, and then one day blow up and get like 100,000. I don't know how it works, but if you would just kept consistent with it, who knows where you would have been. And so like you're basically starting from scratch every time you stop. So like I started from scratch, didn't really, you know, stop because I got discouraged, and then started again, but I basically had to start from scratch again because I still didn't have that like high count or whatever. So it's one of those things, like never give up. It's hard, and people don't think it is. People think it's like, oh whatever, just sit in front of your camera and, you know, talk or do makeup. It's hard because you have to edit, you have to find the time, you have to find the motivation, you have to find the, you know, want to brush up on your editing skills because it's actually good. And you know, it's just, there's so many great YouTubers and people out there that are doing like amazing editing talent. You just keep going. That's all I gotta say. Like there's always gonna be someone better, but you never know. It's just gonna be, the more you do it, the more you grow, the more you learn. Oh, that's a really good question. I get inspired by people who go after the stuff that isn't the norm. When you're Nigerian, it is like expected of you to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, an accountant. Like you're really given like only 5 career choices that you could be in. And so whenever I see especially Nigerian kids go after something that's not in the norm and it's totally against what we're really taught, it inspires me because I'm like, yes, like y'all are doing it. Y'all are going after your dreams. You're really fighting for it. And I really, really like, I'm just getting inspired to do me and just go after what I want. And it's really helped with my whole just doing this, because I see other people, especially other Nigerian people, or Nigerian kids, we're not kids anymore, but Nigerian kids going after for what they want so much. I give myself so much advice because I'm screwed. No, I'm joking, I'm not screwed up, but one thing I would give advice about managing money, because I really wish I was better at that now to this day. I wish I would have gone after my dreams sooner, and not to be scared to go after your dreams, and not to be such a people pleaser, because that's part of the reason why I didn't do it. I'm such a people pleaser that didn't want to make anybody mad at me or like sad or, you know, disappointed in me, that I put it off, and I put it off till finally it just like exploded, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. So don't be such a people pleaser to where you're putting yourself on the back burner. So that's part of the reason why I hate saying that I'm 29, is because I'm like, ugh, you know, people are doing this at like 19 or 20 or something like that, and they're, you know, making like 5 million subscribers or whatever, but I'm like 29 trying to start this. And that's really my issue about getting older. It's really not about being older, it's just feeling like I'm not where I want to be at my age. Like I wish I would have gotten into fashion, because I always feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I went to law school and stuff, which I like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed law school. Well, enjoyed law school more. I enjoyed the people at law school, but I don't regret going to law school. But I regret putting off my dreams and not maybe doing fashion. Is something where I always feel at a disadvantage, because a lot of people go to school for fashion or makeup and stuff like that, so they kind of have a lot more teaching than I'm really just self-taught. And so I wish I would have just either gone to school for fashion or makeup or something like that, but I went to law school instead. Do you, like, don't worry about anybody else, just do you, live your life, and you'll be happy. All right, so that's it. Those were 20 questions. I'm sorry that was a long video. We'll see how it comes out in editing. But I hope you guys enjoy this to get to know me a little bit better, and that you know whenever you're watching my videos, we're like, oh, I know this chick, she's cool, or she has like some of my tendencies, and we kind of vibe on some of the same things. Make sure to check out some of the other Ipsy girls who also did this tag. We are all putting it up on Thursday. I think we're all putting it up on the same day. That's basically it, guys. Hope you have a great day wherever you are. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe for future videos. Yeah, thank you guys.